Cleveland's best mix of R&B, 93.1 WZAK, Sam Sylk Show. Wayne Dawson, Fox 8. How you doing this morning or this afternoon?
Hey, Sam. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Hey, so, well, first, thank you for this opportunity to chat with you, man. I think you're one of the best in the business. Matter of fact, I know you are.
Hey, man, same to you, man. I have much respect for you as well, no doubt, man. I love what you do, and I love the image you portray, man, on ZAK and throughout the city, brother. We're out there doing what we do, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So I wanted to give you this platform. Of course, you guys, number one news in the morning here in Cleveland. You guys have a lot of folks watching, and the video went viral the other day with you and Kristi. In terms to Lady Gaga, the reference to her music. And so I wanted to chat with you and let the city hear from you how you guys feel, how you dealing with it, and what went through your mind that moment. I'll be honest, people can call me ignorant. I didn't know that was a racial slur. How didn't you know that, Sam? Sam, you should know that. And I'm going to sit here and say in front of everybody, that's just me. Shame on me if I did not know, but I just wanted to give you the floor and speak to Cleveland.
Well, when I first heard it, I really didn't hear it.
Okay.
You know, it kind of went over my head. And then she said it a second time, and then it kind of shocked me.
Okay.
But I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, oh, wow, that maybe should not have been said. And our producer came in and said, you know what, we got to give some apologies. Then it really hit home. But the thing about it is, and the thing that I'm convinced of, is she did not know. She's, 29 years old? She may have heard it somewhere before, but she had no idea what the word meant. And she was searching for a word to describe the background, noise that sometimes accompanies Lady Gaga. Pulled that one out of the air. Here's the thing, man, and here's why, I had to stand up and say something. I know her heart. I've worked with her for 3 years. I've met her family. She, I was ordained in September at Bethany Baptist Church in the heart of Cleveland's inner city, 105th and Superior. Her whole family came to that event. It stayed after the service, had a great time. My daughter has a big Memorial Day picnic every year. Every year she's there. I do a bowling event. I've done it. I do it every year. Every year she's there. So she has shown herself friendly. So I with all my heart, I don't believe there was any racial intent. She made a mistake, a big mistake, but it was not a racially charged situation with her. She pulled a word out that was a word she should not have selected, not knowing what it meant. And so here's the deal: knowing her and knowing her heart. The only thing I can do as a Christian is to forgive her and just hope that our viewers are as forgiving. And that's just the bottom line. Like I said, if I didn't know her personally, it's a whole different ball game. But I know her, and I know she didn't mean anything by it. Let's look at it like this. I mean, if she wanted to, if she was a racist person, most of the time they don't want to be. You turn the light on the road, they'll run. Why would she wait to a time where she's sitting next to me, a black guy, to throw out a racist quote on the air in a city like Cleveland where so many black folks? She wouldn't do that. Nobody in their right mind would do that. She made a mistake, and she's paying for it right now. She's distraught. She really, really is distraught. And is doing everything she can, to make up for it. So my thing is, from a Christian point of view, to forgive her and then support her. And that's basically what and I know that there are people out there that says, well, you should have said this, you should have said that on the air. But the bottom line is, first of all, I'm a professional. Secondly, like I said before, I know there was no intent. I know it was a mistake. I've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. So so those things happen, man. But my thing is, from a Christian point of view, I'm called to forgive. And that's just the bottom line, and that's what I've done in my prayer. is that the city of Cleveland also forgives. This woman's not a racist. She made a big mistake, a bad mistake, and she has learned from that mistake.
And she's apologized on Twitter as well as on the news with you all that morning, the same morning.
She did, and I'm gonna tell you, man, that social media can be a blessing and a curse. I had no idea it would get to this level, but it did. But you know what, Sam? I'm hoping it's a learning experience for everyone, for her, for everybody, for me, for everybody, and hopefully we can learn and move on. But the bottom line is, man, the bottom line is she's a good person, and she has a good heart. And if I had any inkling that she wasn't that way, it'd be a whole different ball game. Yeah. But I know
you would have snapped out in a professional
Christian way, or when they said, Wayne, do you mind? She's going to give an apology. Do you mind saying something? I'd have said, you know what, I'm good. I'm good. But I know this girl, and I know her family. She's a good Christian girl. She comes from a Christian background. Not that makes everything right, but like I said, I know the heart. I work with her for 5.5 hours every day. I've done that for 5 days a week, and I've done that for 3 straight years. But yeah, it's interesting though, man. It's crazy. It really is. But here's the thing. Yeah. Folks questioning me.
They question now. They're trying to question you. Now,
right.
People want to put you on blast.
I know. Okay, here's a guy that grew up in East Cleveland. First of all, grew up on East 105th. Grew up in East Cleveland. My wife grew up on 81st Street, where her mother still lives. My church is in the inner city of Cleveland. All of my foundation work is done in the inner city of Cleveland. If they want to question that, they can go right ahead. I am committed to my community. Have been for my 34 years here. And so, hey, my work speaks for itself. If people want to say, well, he's this, he's that, they can say it. But check the record. My work speaks for itself. That's the bottom line. I am Cleveland. I bleed Cleveland. I was born and raised here. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Absolutely, man. I want to hit on this too. Do you think that with the way times are going now, the generations, that there are certain vocabulary that is racist that, thank God, we don't know. Terms we don't know how to use. I want to bring this up because we live in a different time.
That's true.
And I want to say 50 and up knew what the word was off the bat.
And that would include my generation. Right. But I believe it. You said you had never heard it before. I had to explain it to my brother, who's a younger man.
He didn't know?
And yeah, my brother, the East Cleveland judge.
Yeah, right. He's judge.
I had to explain it to him. He had never heard it before. Obviously I had to explain it to my daughter. I got daughters who are in the 30s, and I got a daughter 28. I had to explain it to them. So you're right, man. That word goes back way back, way back, and most young people don't know, or if they've heard about it, they really don't know the ramifications of it. And I think, and I'll put Kristi in that category. She's heard it somewhere, but she doesn't understand what it means. And so, like I say, you charge it to her head and not her heart, man. That's the way I look at that. That's the way I look at it. But you're right, and maybe it's a good thing that the younger generation, they don't know. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I had to be honest with you. I didn't realize it was so deep until I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, then, because I had heard it before, maybe 30 years ago, but I didn't know it was so deep. But the bottom line is, man, the bottom line is it wasn't done intentionally by her. It was a mistake by her, and we all make mistakes, man. We all make mistakes. I've made a ton of them. But if you don't want to define a person by their mistake. If you know that it wasn't done intentionally, man. If it was a mistake, and I just hope that Cleveland continues to support us, continues to support me, bro, because I am Cleveland, man, and I know the only reason I'm here at Fox City is because of the support I get from the African American community. That's my base. That's my base, man, and I understand that. And that's why, some of the things that people are saying, it hurts a little bit,
Right.
Because I am in the city.
Right.
My life is the city.
You've been there for so many people.
I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, man, thanks so much, man.
I appreciate your support, man.
Hey, real quick here, man.
Yeah.
What do you do with the suits after you wear them, man? You got a collection somewhere, man?
Can I be quite honest, man? I usually, I mean, seriously, and I'm not trying to blow my own horn, but I usually give them away.
Wow.
You know, when I try to, you know, just kind of recycle them.
Yeah.
And you know, some guys call me, man. This one guy, he say, hey, man, I'm about your size. Could you give me the suit that you're not wearing? So I'm like, fine. I give them, you know. So I usually give them away just to recycle them kind of thing, man.
Right.
Hey, Sam, here's the deal, man. For me and you, to whom much is given, much is expected.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at life, man. I'm blessed to be working here at Channel 8. So my thing is give back. That's what our foundation is all about, man. That's what I'm about, giving back, trying to enrich the lives of young brothers and sisters coming up behind me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm all about, man. And that's you know, that's what I've been about all these years. So hey, like I said, man, if folks want to question my, you know, who I am, check the record.
There you go. Hey, Wayne, thanks so much, brother. Wayne Dawson, Fox 8 News in the morning, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
All right now.
Peace.
Later.